wasn't having it, hoe didn't love me now. Wait, what you talking about? Wait, I want the on eggs, cold train. Work like time and time is running out. Plug ducking me like Tiny Mouth. I was trapping hard on my mama couch. If she wash the clothes, she'll find an ounce. Watch the road, I was dining out. My Uncle Damon got some commas out. My Uncle Raymond did some time about it. Ain't no use in lying, you be lying to yourself like the iron shelf. Put the iron on the shelf like I'm running for death. How ironically ironic is death. My mama eyes running, crying for help. I could finally rest at the final hater like the finals of rep. But I found a way, went and got it myself. Time it take just to polish myself. My soulmate make my soul wait till I soul wait. Turn a whole eight into a rose ray, fresh as cold cake. I'ma kill these hoes, catch a cold case. Say yeah, wait. I had to grind to some time just to get it up. Wait, I got the plug on the line and he talking about. Wait, when I wasn't having it, hoe didn't love me now. Wait, what you talking about? Wait, I got the Fed trying to catch me selling weight. Before I test in the selling way, celebrate with the yellow tape.
Who did that track?
Honestly, the bullshit defense mechanisms is what one of the defense whole plan was, that we were too worried about the imminent danger that the people who were surrounding us. So the people who were surrounding us were making us so scared as police officers that we couldn't focus on George Floyd.
So the man had his hand in his pocket with his knee on the man's neck, and he's scared to death.
And he handcuffed.
With the man handcuffed.
Where you running to? You need your arms to get up and go.
I'll come back to that.
Man,
Let me finish up this tornado that did some repairs in Alabama.
And in Newman.
Came through Newton, Georgia.
And tore down everything new.
74, which is a half mile from one of my farms. And then it came down Highway 100, which is a quarter mile from another one of my farms.
Damn, it was looking for you.
You showing your hole. You showing your hole.
It was dodging me.
Be like, I'm looking for DC.
He was dodging him.
That's how we know you pray.
He got good ground over there.
When you under this arc,
yeah.
When you under this arc of protection from the Lord,
that's right.
You ain't got to worry.
That's right.
Preach.
This man ran. You got to realize.
You better preach
it. The arc, bro.
Let him use you.
Hallelujah.
Let him use you.
This man ran. Was bought on the back.
This is not a Christian show.
Slave workers. The land man he bought, one of them is on the back of slave workers.
That's right.
So the Lord is looking out for your land.
That's right.
For his land, but not so much for DC. I feel like you've really wronged the Lord in several situations.
Well, you're very mistaken. You're very mistaken.
Welcome back, Tim.
He did by messing around with you. That was
Oh, yeah. Once you go to the darkness.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Ain't nothing about that.
Well, sometimes you take care of yourself best you can, and you have to let the Lord handle the rest of it. Those of you all who haven't been vaccinated, go get it. I feel bad because Magic got vaccinated the other day, and he done proved can't nothing touch him. That's some vaccine somebody else could have.
Right.
He's really good.
You said he got the double whammy. He bulletproof.
You think they call him Magic on accident?
He beat AIDS for 30 years. What he need with a vaccine?
Corona don't want no part of Magic.
Corona said I wouldn't waste my time.
Right. This nigga is a Marvel superhero.
Corona said, if I didn't get you first, you good. You know what I mean? Your immune should have been the weakest of all. If I didn't stop by you first, you good.
Coco just died from Corona.
Who? Coco. Ice-T wife?
Nigga.
Who is Coco?
Who? Coco?
Who's Magic Johnson's wife?
She didn't die.
Cookie.
My bad, wrong Coke.
Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah, you couldn't. Listen. First off,
You can't say no bull. This is a real TV
First
show.
off, this is a real TV show.
No.
Well, this is a real radio show. You can't say stuff that ain't true, man.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You need to go back where the hell you been, man.
What the hell wrong with you?
Go get some more bites on your nose. Maybe that's what's wrong.
What the hell wrong with you?
Everything.
Wait. Let me address this for you.
Ooh, come here.
You don't have no better sense than to say that.
What? That his wife looks like his son?
Defend yourself. Don't let him do you.
No,
like
that
that.
his wife was deceased.
Oh, she did.
No.
Hold on, man.
Did she die from the AIDS? Did she die from the AIDS?
Where you at?
Take that
Where you
liquor
at,
from
man?
that boy. Take
Did she
that
die
liquor
from the AIDS?
You know where you at?
That's what you said. Did you not? Are you not listening? to
Cookie or
yourself?
Cokie?
Are you not listening to yourself?
I am listening to myself.
You can't just say anything, son.
Let us all put our hands together. We got to start praying.
If I'm touching that nigga.
We got to start praying before we get on this mic, man. And
The manager for Run DMC.
This is one of them breakdowns we have on the light side.
Pull yourself together, son.
We'll get that together.
Pull yourself together.
But just so y'all know, tomorrow I get my first test. First vaccination shot.
I'm like, what
Your
test
first
you
test?
taking?
No, my first vaccination shot.
Look at that. You better get GED 2021.
One of our brothers that came in, he found out he got corona. So, man, take care of yourself, be safe, stay quarantined. And I get my first shot tomorrow.
And don't bring your ass back in here for 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
I know what the
Who had
doctor
it?
said, but I'm just telling you, this is what we saying.
Yeah.
We don't want to see your ass for 3 or 4 weeks. The doctor said a week and a half. We saying at least 3 weeks.
Who's been
Yeah,
vaccinated?
corona,
You've been
not
vaccinated.
STD.
You been vaccinated?
No,
not yet.
I'm telling you, don't
Not
come
yet.
back in here.
You been vaccinated?
We ain't sure yet exactly
No,
what's
we don't
going
want them
on.
to come back here.
No.
Who was it?
Well,
we talk about that during the break or something?
before we go to break, though, since we brought up the Orient
Right.
Stop.
and the Orientals,
Yeah.
there have been some attacks.
Hold on. Go back, reverse that. We brought up the Asian community and the Malaysian community and the Laos, not the Orientals. We didn't break
What do you call them?
Asian.
Now, I said Orient, but you just described it. So now you have shot yourself in the foot.
It's called
Because I
Laotian.
noticed you didn't say.
Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm about to
So
finish.
you naming all of the groups that are included from the Orient.
From the Orient.
But you say
Asia.
Oriental
Right.
is an insult.
It is,
Who said that?
And Rich, pull it up.
How
When
many?
we come back after this break, I wanted to be
we ain't putting up a
explained.
damn thing.
Yeah.
How many personal Oriental friends do you have?
I have a few, DC. I
Okay.
dated a young lady from
Set up
that
again.
part of the world.
And it was an insult
It
to
was an
her?
insult to say
She ever
Orient.
call you a nigga?
Yeah.
No, she never called.
Did-
Well, that right there.
She probably thought it was funny, though.
Asian, not Oriental.
For her to say nigga, it probably was funny as hell.
Oh my
You'll
God.
get out of here, nigga.
No.
I can't win.
I mean, I don't see what's
She was
wrong
Korean
with
and
the
black.
term
Well, okay.
Oriental.
So let me
I
ask you.
have heard that is supposedly offensive to them, and I don't want to offend.
Now, do you
But I don't
not
understand why.
Well, DC, let me ask you this: do you not understand why?
We're gonna find out
Because as black people, we're constantly persecuted and violently killed, and now it's happened to Asian people, and there's a certain part of us that's like, you weren't marching with us. You weren't there when we were getting. Now
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were, brother, all over the world.
And I don't see how all of them
They're
get
one of the
attacked. I don't
biggest
see how-
backers.
And a lot of them, it's just they pigeonhole people in this country, man.
They
I don't
get
see how
killed in
all of
Korea
them
for
getting
backing
attacked
us.
when they all know karate.
No. They clearly can't catch bullets.
Excuse
They
me.
clearly can't catch bullets with their teeth.
Karate is a Japanese
judo.
martial art. No,
Japanese-
Kung Fu is Chinese.
Japanese Oriental.
We ain't gonna go there.
Ain't Japanese Oriental.
I know that lick.
What was I say? Yeah.
I'd like to apologize to the entire community for DisRace.
He ain't nothing but some pajamas.
They going through a lot right now also, so we want to show our compassion to that.
Not only that, I'm with them.
Yeah.
And if they have a march, I'm be out there. I ain't gonna be marching like you see them Koreans and Chinese march. Now they be marching.
Ooh, they be marching.
Especially when they went against the government in Hong Kong. Oh man.
Floyd. Hold on, they've been marching for George Floyd.
Not in China.
Yeah.
Not in China.
Oh yeah, yes they have.
Yes, they have. They've been marching
China?
World, brother. This is
All over the world.
all over the world, man. Where you
Not-
been, man? Besides bullshit?
Shanghai's not marching.
Besides getting bit on the nose by a dog, where have you been?
Out in the woods, dancing around campfires.
You like that?
No,
And I bet it was a child.
That bit him in his nose?
Yeah, Oriental.
Yeah, Oriental dog.
We'll be right
not
back.
an Oriental dog.
We'll be right.
Quit saying Oriental. Super offensive.
Period.
We'll be right back in the United States.
Big black child.
Homie malnourished, he ain't got dinner. And his mama shooting dope summer through the winter. That kind of shit'll make the little shorty so bitter. And he'll probably kill a nigga for a chicken tender. When the last time he ate, shit he can't remember. Landlord said the rent passed due since December. Same clothes the youngin' wearing like every week. And he don't want no night sneaks, man, he wanna eat. Coming up in the ghetto made his heart numb. Went from a 25 to a 9 with a drum. I know this chick, but she really need a brain, man. But it seems as if the girl won't change, man. With this nigga, that nigga. Slim fat nigga, white nigga, black nigga. It don't even really matter.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, you about to hear.
Tune in to DisRace with DC Curry and the crew. We're right here, DisRace, every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You tune in live. Make sure you watch us on YouTube, DC Curry TV. Now, back to you, Mr. DC Curry.
What's the name of the league, JR?
The National Gridiron League.
National Gridiron Football League. First woman to sign?
Yes.
Only woman to sign.
First female free agent.
First female free
Now I'm
agent.
the first female to sign as well.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Got that mic happening.
J-Rock. And if that ain't good enough, she also is a guest star on Nappy Valley. Name of the team.
Team is Atlanta Wildcats, so I'm staying here.
I know who they are.
She got lucky and got
I'm
signed.
coming to every game.
I'm gonna make sure you got the
We're gonna
score.
be
And since you playing, I might try for a cheerleading team.
Honestly, a lot of people feel that way, and I feel like it's so unfair because they're letting men play with women. I'm a woman that's large, so what? I'm large and in charge female. I'm on my period right now. Feel me? Tampon in right now.
Whoop that ass.
Yeah.
We gonna make a lineup change. We'll be right back. Y'all listening to DisRace.
So you've transformed into a woman. You are a woman. Do you consort with? I'm talking to Delicious Maserati. Okay.
She's in process. Yeah.
Okay. So do you consort sexually with women?
You mean like?
Do you fuck women?
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. I thought she wanted to know.
Okay, so that becomes. I'm like, what is this? A hookup? You know, like that has to do. Are we trying to like? What is it? That has to do that now you're going into someone's personal orientation, like what they like for themselves. It doesn't matter.
I want to know what none
It
of y'all
doesn't matter
niggas
what
like.
any of us are in here. We're all gonna like what we like.
Oh, okay.
I consider myself to be pansexual. So
That's another level.
yeah.
Who did that track?
question, man.
Yeah,
all these diverse opinions. All these guys whose wives are listening and they can't say what they really feel. They defending.
Yeah, I hate it for them. DC.
I feel it bad for y'all. Look, man.
I hate it for them, DC.
Gotta talk in code.
It's so awesome to be back.
Some of y'all agree to anything, and I ain't mad at it. Try to keep a happy home. That's what it's all about. Some of y'all really agree that who is it, Prince Andrew? They say is the sexiest bald-headed man in the world. Is it Andrew? Who is Harry's brother? Is his name? What's his name?
That'd be me.
Prince William.
Prince William.
He got them Edward ears.
He's supposed to be, and he ain't even really bald.
Who do they even ask? Who are the people?
Who asking this?
Who's asking these people? Who are the people that get a chance to get?
So what happens is
They had John Legend on that. Like,
John Legend, and then they had after him for sexiest man in the world.
They trying to figure
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
They're trying to figure out their diversity situation. Ever since Megan.
Now they saying sexiest man in the world.
Michael B. Jordan
Sexiest bald head.
5'6". He about 5'6".
Is he that short?
He's not 5'6".
No, he's gotta be at least 6 feet, man. Really?
Bo P has been in 2 movies with Michael B.
He's
Jordan.
not 6 feet. He's like maybe like 5'2".
Look it up, Golden. How tall Michael B. Jordan?
I didn't know
Y'all
that.
keep up with it.
How
I
tall
don't know.
Michael B.
I
Jordan?
don't keep up with it. See that?
Right, because I'd be like, I would.
Go, do you know that?
That's your wife. Your wife said he ain't that tall.
I know Wesley
She's like, I fuck Michael B. Jordan, but I won't fuck him.
Wesley Snipes was my buddy. Wesley Snipes was about 5'9". And even in those scenes in what's
Coming
it?
to America?
No, Harlem Nights or whatever.
Say
it
he's
was.
6 feet tall?
He was standing on an apple crate because the
Apple
girl
box,
was
you
taller
funny.
than him.
That's funny. That's
You
some
know
hard.
for sure in Hollywood, a lot of actors stand on apple crates.
Yeah, to make them taller.
So when I first got there, one of my first roles was audition for Eddie Murphy movie, and they told me you're too tall.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't want nobody taller than him.
Yeah, Bo P's stunt double was RuPaul.
They told me if we put him in that scene with you, we had to pay for him to be on an apple box. And
that's a risk.
going to cost more money. And I didn't get to see because he had to be on an apple box in all the scenes with me.
Wow.
And I realized in Hollywood, Mark Curry told me, man, you're already about 6'2". When you get on stage, when I first went on stage, I would talk about people in the audience. You know, I would say something. I would tear you down. I would break you down to your bottom core.
We all did that.
He said, man, you don't do that, man. You're already on stage. You're 6'2". Now you're about 8
Which
feet
brings me to something. We're going to go back there. And
the
that, in my opinion, is why, if you pay attention, when they pick which niggas they going to let roll, it's a little bitty.
It's a little bitty.
Eddie Murphy's small.
Little bitty.
Cat Williams is small.
Dog,
Kevin Hart is small.
It's because less
you
imposing.
are not a threat.
Less intimidating.
Right.
DC.
Can I tell one of my favorite DC
You
stories?
said something.
Huh?
It's so serious too. When I went out on auditions, man, when I went to do Martin, you know how big Tommy is, right?
Yes. Yeah, Thomas McHale Ford.
The one
Right.
played
No
that.
job. No job,
yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah,
When
he
I
big
went to
guy.
Martin, because Sam, the producer and the director, which was Stan Lathan,
Said you too tough.
I want him for that role.
Yeah.
But they were like, man, we can't have Tommy antagonizing him because he's bigger than Tommy.
Yeah.
He's bigger. So I had to kind of drop my shoulders.
And to a point, one of my favorite DC stories, and you know, I've been in the DC game for 2 years. He just be yelling at me, telling me I ain't shit.
I'll be in his ass.
He be in my ass.
Yeah.
And I am better because of
I didn't
it.
use
By the
that
way,
grease.
just so you know.
But
Yeah, use Vaseline. Use Vaseline.
Vaseline. Oh my gosh.
Just don't
Get it out, P.
That's how you can tell who gets network jobs and who opens for DC.
I'm glad I got on my boots. I'm glad I got on my boots.
No, but one of the DC stories that I love, like, and you know, if you hang out with DC, there's that moment where you're like, oh shit, and it's just a part of his life, and it's not an epic story, but DC told me a story. Shit, probably a year and a half ago. He told me a story a year and a half ago. He was like, listen, nigga look like goddamn, who's the nigga in Baby Boy? He look like Ving Rhames. He was like, oh, this nigga look like Ving Rhames talking about my stunt double. But what DC said was like, they were like, oh, DC can do this, But DC looked at him and was like, "Well, I ain't gonna keep no nigga out of a job."
That was in Friday after next.
Friday after next, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can hop over that wall.
You jump over this.
But if you need to hop over this wall to get a job, then I'll be a part of that." And that's just
because the black stunt men that were there to work and do my stunts, if they don't work for me, who they gonna work for?
Right. Gerald Levert.
So they were so they were asking me, DC, can you hop this fence? Sure, I could have hopped the fence. Right. DC, can you run down here? Sure, I could have ran. Can you come up these steps? Sure, I could come the steps. But I said no, because you had the black stunt man right there that cannot work unless he's doing stunts for the black actor. It wasn't gonna cost me nothing. So I said, no. Can you go run up there? There's just 2 steps, DC. I can't do it.
Cool.
And they put that there.
Keeping black man employed.
Just like me. He was gay as the day was long, and he looked just
he
like
looked
me.
just like you, right?
Walk just like your JCC.
That nigga had to switch in the hips and everything, curl and everything,
That boy walking down the street someplace, holding hands, kissing a man, they gonna think it's me.
DC, I'm gonna tell you.
He look just like me, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I realized working in Hollywood. That's what it do for you. When I did the Martin Lawrence show, this is a true story, right?
You sucked double for Martin Lawrence.
When I did the Martin Lawrence show, Martin was going through that thing when he ran behind the bus naked and all that to come back and get himself together.
Ventura
so
Boulevard.
when I did the show, they paid a guy $10,000 a week to stand there. He was the same height as Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do that, what they call the box, you know what I'm talking about? The box cut,
Apple box.
Apple box. When they do the framing and everything.
Yeah.
So this dude would stand in and he would walk through everything that Martin, he did every Martin line, he sounded like Martin, everything. He did everything we're supposed to do with Martin the whole week. They paid him $10,000.
Called a sparring partner.
Hold on. But when it's time for the shooting, when Martin came to the set, he told Martin, this is where I stood and talked to him. This is what I said to talk to him.
Yeah.
This is why I walked over here and talked to him. And guess what? Martin was a genius, dog. Martin didn't know none of the lines. Mm-hmm. That dude would come through there and do the thing just like it was written, because he would come to the table read.
Yeah.
He would come to the table read on Monday. I wouldn't see him till Thursday when we shot.
Yeah.
When he came Thursday, he didn't know what we've been rehearsing all week.
Same with me when I was
came,
on Grace Under Fire with Brett Butler.
Well, you know, DC,
when it came to the table, DC, they put him in the scene, and man, he was a genius. I didn't rehearse with him all week, but when he came in, that dude told me I stood
He was on
here,
point.
I walked there, I went this, but when it came to Martin Lyons, dog, he was right on.
It was crazy. Whatever. Fucking, I hang out with you guys. I'm obsessed with comedy.
Get the mic.
But when D.L. Hughley was like, "Oh yeah, I was upset about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set ending because that was $10,000 a week."
He warm up.
And he was the warm-up guy.
Guy.
Right.
Yep.
Like, you don't understand how deep and
money.
awesome comedy is. And how you can be a part of something that can push you to something that is so amazing.
Right.
And when he was like, "Oh yeah, I used to open up for," he was really upset. He was like, "Well, the last episode of Will Smith was the last time I made $7,000 a week."
Yeah, you be thinking you're doing good.
You never
till
heard
you
of
compare
Louis
it.
Dick.
I know Louis Dick.
You never heard a name named Louis Dick. This probably,
the comedian,
this dude
Louis
probably
Dicks.
made $500 million warming up for shows.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
You think you're doing good until you compare yourself. I thought I was doing good. I was on Grace Under Fire for a year, but when the little PA mistakenly gave me, what's his name?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld's check for $1 million.
Episode.
And I opened it up, and I was so mad.
Oh, hold on, wait, hold on.
I tried.
Hold on, wait.
$1 million. We would get paid every week.
1990.
They gave me that Jerry Seinfeld check. I knew it wasn't my name on it. I just opened it. $1 million, brother, for the week. I was making $30,000.
98, 99.
That was in
At least 97.
Late 90s.
Late 90s.
I was on Grace Under Fire. Show you how bullshit Hollywood shit is. I was on ABC. That was, I think, an NBC show. And they were having a feud in public. They were using the same cameras, the same campus. It's all a bunch of bullshit, man.
So DC,
check this out. Go ahead.
So DC, the interview that I saw with D.L. Hughley was the little kid that was part of the D.L. Hughley show. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, he was part of the Grace Under Fire show. The kid with all the fucking tattoos on his face and beat the murder charge.
Dylan Dylan? It was two little boys on the
show. It might have been Dylan.
Now, on the show you about Hollywood. I'm just exposing Hollywood. On the show, it was one little boy. But the law was you could only work a child under 13 or 14 for 4 or 5 hours. So these boys were twins, Dylan Cole and the other, his brother. They were twins. So when you watch the show, Grace Under Fire, one boy would do half of the show, then he had to go to school.
Like the Olsons.
The other boy would do the other half, but it was actually 2 people.
Right.
But they were twins, and they were working half of the show.
So the kid that I saw with D.L. Hughley, I was like, and when I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. He has like tattoos on his face. He done beat a murder charge and shit like that. He was like, well, I was actually on Grace Under Fire with DC Curry. I was like, oh, DC Curry got them charges on him? Come to find out, he had been on the weigh-ins and all this other stuff. He was a child star.
Dylan Cole.
Dylan, that's the guy.
Hey, DC, but
Dylan Cole.
Go back to the money thing, right? Go back to sports, right?
Yeah.
So I was living in San Francisco and Oakland at the time with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice getting their money thing.
Nigga, did you say?
Yeah, I know Jerry.
So some of the football players came on a radio interview and they was like, man, you know how crazy it is. You go to the bank, you got paid every Tuesday.
Right, every Tuesday.
And Joe Montana was cashing a $1.2 million check every week. And they were cashing like a $85,000, $262,000. But they like,
bank tellers looking at you like, get your poor ass out of here.
Going to the locker room, when you're knowing this guy's cashing that kind of check, and Jerry Rice was like, I'm thinking, I'm making money, but Joe Montana's cashing 5 times what I'm cashing every week. And he's like, man.
But like I said, count your own money, man.
Yeah, Count your own money.
Count your own money.
When you go to sports, you got to realize, you got the leader of the team, let's say your boy for the Kansas City Chiefs. What's his name?
Pat Mahomes.
His check.
The Kaepernick that won't kneel.
And he sashay his ass into the bank.
I call him the Kaepernick that won't kneel.
Switching and shit.
Yeah.
But the other players on the team knowing, this guy's check is that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting. And I got to support and defend and protect and play with this dude. So
are you worried about
it's easy to live with Pat when you got Pat who vocally comes out leaving money on the table for the players.
Let's bring it back to comedy. So you take Mook Man on the road with you, all right? So you knowing the name on the marquee is DC Curry.
You don't put Mook on the marquee.
Mook on a commercial, there ain't none of that. No. But Mook Man has to come out and be a part of that show and try to keep that vibe up.
I don't know why you're fronting on Mook, man. I've taken you, too.
I'm just saying.
And he quit taking me.
And
I don't know what happened.
I'm taking Tim.
I'm saying you've done that. But,
I take anybody, man. I take any of y'all.
It's the same thing. You setting up to build up for the big, you know what I'm saying? And you want to be in that. You want to be in that position.
Right.
You want to be in that position. You trying to figure in your head, how do I get to that position?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what do I got to do?
I got to
be
do
that
what
guy.
I do, man.
I always just maintain my lane, though, man.
Yeah, man. But I love you
when
for
I was
that.
on Grace Under Fire, I wasn't trying to take over the show. I was grateful to be there. I knew Brett Butler was a star. She was making $286 a week.
Right.
How much were you making a week?
$30,000.
Oh Lord.
But you got to show
But counting my own money, I'm happy, man.
Right.
I'm making 30,000 a week. We recording on Thursday. I go out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and make another 20,000. Nigga, I'm rolling.
I'm good.
Hold on, but you got to think about
man.
whatever job you could have applied for.
They wasn't gonna make that.
Ain't nobody applying for no jobs at $20,000 a week, nigga.
Education you got, a degree you got. Where you gonna get a job that pay you that?
No,
nowhere.
That's like, and that goes back to what you said about him taking me on the road.
Right.
And I wasn't mad at her.
When I'm on the road with him, I'm on stage maybe a total of 3 hours out the whole weekend, and I make more money in them 3 hours than I do working 40 hours on my regular job.
Technically, he almost making more than me an hour.
That's why you stupid. You brought
because he got a real job.
You brought that to your wife. I ain't never told my wife what I made on the road.
I don't have from my wife.
You know we're on air. I just want to let you know.
Hey, man.
Hey, Bo, we're on air.
He got to fess up because Goldie's our only supporter.
No.
Anyway,
The difference is I handle my
5,000 this week, girl.
I handle my business
Can I confess
in the
to
house. You know, I run my house.
Right. I run my house.
I run my house.
Can I confess to this? I've never told my wife what I made on the road, dog. I've never told her.
Are you serious?
Never.
That's why you're married.
Because
that's why I'm not.
Because let me tell you why. If my wife know that
you'd be divorced
and make in one day what she makes in a whole week.
Boy.
Oh, do you know what
she would validate that goddamn blonde hair you got in the top of your head.
She had your ass empty in trash when there ain't no trash in the can.
All my wife know is
you look like for real.
Paid.
That's that for real Mississippi.
That's all she can say.
All she know is and her want are taken care of.
Well, if you told her how much you really made, your ass wouldn't have to sleep in the garage as much.
Right? Why are you always in the garage? Thank you, Book. Are you always
You
in
wouldn't
the
be in the
garage?
doghouse as much as you be in the doghouse.
You don't live
Y'all would
there.
be respectable men like Mookie and I. You wouldn't have all them secrets.
First off, those aren't. That's not.
I'm an open book.
That's a secret.
That's right. Just because y'all don't have a safe word don't make y'all respectable.
It's not a secret.
I'm an open book.
Hold on, Brian. Hold on.
Yeah, talk to me.
That nigga is.
Let's get some realism right here, Brian.
Okay. Talk to me.
You're a man of make money.
I'm a what?
You're a man of accounting. You know numbers.
Yeah.
He didn't say that the first time.
I know it's money. Okay. But I've never expressed to my wife to that because I don't want her to think that okay, you make that you.
She already thinks that.
You would tell me what to do. So my wife right now, she thinks she runs everything.
She does.
Well, she does.
Jedi mind trick.
Like
I like it. The
that's
Jedi.
not,
Using
I'd
that
be
Jedi
like,
mind
all right,
trick.
you
I
know
got
how
it.
your
I
wife
got
thinks
it.
that you run everything? I need you to start thinking that your wife runs everything.
Listen, my life is over. But I hope
Nigga, your life was over on Tuesday.
Your wife got sense of humor. She good, man.
She thinks
Jackie
Right.
got sense of humor.
call,
She good.
and I love it because I
Come on,
love
then, Mom.
being a man of.
Nigga, you are slow and she gets like mad.
You
checks
smart. You
because of
like me. Play crazy. Play broke.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man.
Play Mississippi.
Play crazy. Play broke. Play like you ain't in authority.
I hope she ain't.
And you go a long way, boy.
Yeah.
See, an ignorant man has trouble being smart.
All right, everybody. Hey, listen, we're gonna wrap it up for this race.
We ain't gonna wrap up shit.
Hold on, let me go to this.
A smart man can play stupid or ignorant with no problem. See, you should know what the fuck going on because it is far easier to play dumb if you're smart.
Boy,
But if you're dumb,
I learned that a long time ago.
you have a hard
learned that last
problem playing smart.
That's right. See,
You can play broke
right.
Can't play
sleep
smart.
well at night. But if you play rich and you really broke, you fucked up.
My girl thinks that my girl is under the impression that my only account is a tithe.
Delete all this. Hold on, DC.
Which goes
That's
back
damn
to my
thing.
whole philosophy.
Once you're black, you go pregnant.
Live beneath your means.
Right.
So I'm all right. I got
Not
a
above.
lot of millionaires.
Hold on.
I got a lot of.
You didn't finish that.
I shouldn't say
Live
this.
beneath your means.
You should not. So stop.
But not more than your needs.
I'm not cheating.
You didn't finish it.
I'm not.
I got a lot of millionaire friends, but when we go out to dinner, who the fuck pay for the bill? Me, because
He always
they
pays the
got
bill.
$15,000-$20,000 mortgages
Well, he's got
because they living beyond. The system is designed to break your ass, so you can get. That's why a nigga can get a $50,000 loan in a heartbeat to buy a Cadillac. But if a nigga want to buy a piece of land for $50,000, they'll tell him he got to go through hell and back.
Yep.
Because the system is designed to break your ass.
So if I could tell y'all one,
That's why the rich get richer.
So
and the poor get poor.
I meet DC Curry and he hangs out with me and he says, you know, niggas like Land Rovers, but they don't like land.
Right. That's good. Close.
And that was his Mr. Miyagi moment. I was like, I'm
trying to say the world, nigga.
I'm gonna keep painting these fences.
I'm just telling you, I'm just calling it like it is, nigga. They ain't making no more land. They making Land Rovers every day. So you do the fucking math. White Mark.
Yeah.
He forgot he was white.
What's going on, man? You wanted to explain something to us about Lil Nas that we were saying we were embarrassed.
Lil Nas, his daddy and a dentist.
And we want to hear a half white point of view.
Where's your wave cap? Old Drake looking at him.
And you said Luke 10:18.
What I was saying is that they use different verses out of context.
Out of context.
Yeah. So when you read that verse,
Yeah.
you don't get the full understanding of what the whole thing was about.
Yeah.
All right. So they saw that, and because the verse was related specifically to Satan, that was part of trying to bring that symbolism to what they were trying to show with
Talking about Lil Nas, Luke 10:18.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason why they use that verse, because it specifically says something about Satan. Because again, they're trying to subliminally make you think about the thing.
And who are you referring to when you say they?
His daddy.
The people who put together.
Go ahead, Mark. Don't pay no attention.
Those that are
don't pay no attention to that ignorant
right,
nigga.
right. Those that are trying to market a certain type of message out there and put it out there and utilizing this kid just to show that something is okay to be about when it's really not.
That's interesting. You would refer to Lil Nas as a kid. That's exactly what I think of him as.
Yeah.
He's just a damn little boy, man. He made a hit record.
Right. Yeah.
But go ahead.
But that's what it is. They took a young guy who had some talent.
Yeah.
And they saw his popularity, and so now they just using the symbolisms of satanic worship and everything like that to make it seem like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like that. So that's the point I was making there.
You're giving them a whole lot of credit, though. I think you might be giving them too much credit. Why isn't that this just couldn't have been Nas's ex own way of expressing what he thought that verse might have went? Why does it have to be they? Why couldn't it just been this is something that this young boy himself thought of and put together on his own for whatever reason, whether it was to get back into the spotlight or whether because this is his depiction of what that verse meant, because he never sat down and fully explained his video. So everybody is having their own assumptions of what this video means or represents, but he's never sat down himself and said, this is what I was trying to do in this video.
He all over the place anyway. Say he gay, then now he say he ain't gay.
I don't even know how. I don't know why.
You got a point there on a little bit. Not a lot, but you got a little point.
You got a little point.
Hold on. But what I want to say is this his doing? Or was somebody behind him saying, do this?
I think it's a combination of it.
That's bigger than him.
There was definitely somebody behind him.
There's definitely
bigger than
somebody
him.
behind him.
I mean, it was him. But if it was him,
then they go home and sleep it off.
Right.
It's a cutthroat.
It's the pimple.
If it's somebody who paid for him to do it, there may be a cutthroat for them. But for him, it's a cutthroat. For what I'm saying, what you did is a cutthroat because.
What's a cutthroat? What you mean?
Understood.
There's no verification for it.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
Was it the company that put the money up and say, "Hey, do this"? If he do that, say, "Hey, man, that was their idea."
You always
got
to oversee your own product, your own career.
Right.
You hire managers, you hire agents, but the bottom line is it comes down to you, man.
Yeah.
What
You the one that got to say, no, I ain't going
So
there.
let's look at the number now. Okay, let's say that. How many numbers has it got now? Is it billions or is it millions? Which one is it?
Billions.
The shoes made millions, but I guarantee you,
But the video itself.
the video will make multi-millions.
Right.
All right, so we get paid from that. We don't care about your lifestyle after this.
No, they don't
We get
care
paid
about
for
you.
a project that we did for you, and we don't care if everybody.
He did not consult black people or evil.
If we don't alienate, now we're gonna alienate it. We don't care if you alienate it from the rest of life, but we made enough money on this video for you to go on with your life and never do anything else. He ain't got to do anything else.
I'm not mad at him.
Money from this.
If you make so much that it changes your lifestyle and you're done, okay.
Yeah.
But if it just pads your lifestyle and you continue, and I'm not. But now, if I used to joke on stage, where they would ask me to say different things, represent this, and that. I'm like, I wish I would forego the plight of my people for that bullshit. But then I would also say, as in next Friday, I say I wasn't leaving the hood, but when I got my check, I was gone.
No, yeah, right.
So I would also say, if there's enough money on the table, admittedly, it got to be enough money now. I'd take the money and then I'd, apologize to the NAACP, send them a check.
Ooh, trust me, we have honestly, we literally have an apology already worked
y'all
out.
gotta understand.
We have an apology already worked out.
Therein lies the thing.
If we do the right thing,
But
we'll
they can
upset
pay you
everybody.
enough where you can forget your morals.
Forget your morals, just like a white man.
Temporarily. But
Hey,
it's way up there,
Hey,
brother.
DC.
You wouldn't be mad at me. You'd be like, DC, I understand.
I understand, yeah.
DC, what we didn't talk about tonight. What about the 13 and 15-year-old girls in DC?
I don't know who they are.
Who robbed an Uber driver.
Oh, it killed them.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that was crazy.
Now, do you think?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah,
think
that
there
was
should
crazy.
be? That do you think that? Are we caught? We good? We good?
Yeah, we're
All
good.
Do you think that we should be? Should they be tried as adults?
Yeah.
Or they should be tried as kids?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they black or white?
Because they black.
No, they didn't put them.
Because they're
little
black, they
bitches-
should be.
They didn't put them. They didn't put them little bitches away from them.
That was such a white Mark move.
What did he say?
Because they're black?
No,
What you
no,
say?
no.
What?
No,
What?
it ain't even. It's not even because
Not
of that.
because they're black.
It's because
of
of the
crime.
situation
Right,
and
right.
how it happened. That man, when they got in the car,
Right.
the man was still holding on to the steering wheel. His body was still in the car.
They locked his window.
When the girl took off, she purposely tried to get him out by running into 2 light poles.
Right.
So that door, I think he was dead before the car even flipped over.
Could have been, yeah.
So, because when the car flipped over, he was across the street dead. Now you see him laying on the ground,
Right, right.
and the girls are climbing out the car.
Right.
So I believe they should be tried as adults. There's no excuse
Oh,
for that.
so you know,
Gotcha.
so everybody knows
Well,
that they just
I'ma tell you.
changed the adult rate. So the
The
adult
whole adult
Hold on.
thing, I disagree with.
17.
I think they should be tried as juvenile. But certain crimes, even if you're a juvenile, you deserve
Copy
life.
that.
You deserve life.
Yep.
Or the death. So it's not a matter of are you being tried as an adult or whether you're a child or an adult. Certain shit you do, and
Right.
it costs you the rest of your life.
All right, hold on.
So what age?
Hold on.
What
Let's
age
go
do you
deep
determine
in the
that?
story. Let's go deep in the story. The older chick, the 15-year-old, she just got out of jail a month or something before. Well, she tried the same thing. She did robbery before. So the 13-year-old, I don't think she should be charged as the same as the 15-year-old because the 13-year-old was a ride along. Didn't know.
Why in the hell would you think that a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old would be charged?
The 15-year-old got arrested a week before for robbery.
It doesn't matter.
So
that doesn't matter.
She has
Doesn't
a pattern.
matter.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But I'm saying
That 13-year-old knew when you know when you understand when you understand the difference between right and wrong.
Okay.
When you understand that right there is something
So
that's
let me
wrong.
ask you this. The law just changed in Georgia. You were given if you were 17, you were given adult charges. If you were 18, you were given adult charges. So, are you telling me that a 17-year-old kid, and we were all 17-year-old children, makes an obnoxious decision, he needs to spend the rest of his life behind bars?
Yes.
Yes.
Based on what?
He took somebody's
Based
life.
on
life.
Based
the
on his
consequences of his action.
Right.
So you can come up with a million excuses.
Exactly.
I could argue the defense of any black person committing any crime in America with regards
PTSD.
to look at what he's experienced over
Copy
the course of his life. But you cannot take that and leverage that excuses your erratic behavior, brother. I can argue any black man that killed somebody, I could say this man been mistreated all his life as a black man, but that is no excuse. You got to draw the line somewhere.
Okay, so you're talking about drawing the line. When you talk about drawing the line, you got to talk about drawing the line collectively. And because who you are, collective is how you roll. You have to roll in that collective manner. Whether you respect it or not, you're going to be DC, but there's a brand that comes with that.
So,
in the expense, let me finish. In the aspect
he's not gonna stop
of people, no, yeah, now I'm gonna go stop because your tight ass beard, nigga, shut up. So, in the aspect of people who decide that they're going to be what they want to be in the situation that they want to be validated in. Like, hey, I'm a lesbian and I'm 13 years old and now they call me binary and this and the third. Do you allow another generation to validate themselves, or do you teach them how to validate themselves?
A 13-year-old cannot claim to be a lesbian.
Right.
Just as in the case of Dwayne Wade, you ain't had no
that's a whole
pussy.
other thing.
So you can't come up here and talk about. And they talking about letting the boy have an unreversible operation when he doesn't know what he's getting into at that age. No. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Right.
Saying that he prefers boys over girls because he hadn't had the experience.
But see,
Okay,
you
so
know what?
let
But this goes to a deeper. This goes to a deeper thing.
Let me get this taste. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, Mark. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Hold on.
In this taste.
Hold on.
It used to be called. I ain't say it this way, but it used to be called finger fucker. It used to be called finger fucker. You put your finger on that pussy and you smell it.
Oh my God! I don't know
before
what
you-
I know.
Where the hell we going
Before
from?
you decide which way you gonna go,
I don't know how your
you be called finger fucker. You put your
What does
finger
that
on that
got to
pussy.
Oh no!
What does that got to do with this?
Let's be straight up. Let's be straight up.
Thank you,
It
Mo.
was called
Am I
finger
still a
fucking.
part of this?
You put that finger on that pussy, you smell it. You like, okay. I
Do
like that.
you taste it, bro?
Man, sometimes you taste it. Sometimes you.
We are not on the same page.
Hopefully we not on the air
See, that's
either.
why you gay. That's why you gay now. We ain't on the same
just touch it,
page.
you just rub
He's
it.
scared of finger fucking. He's scared of fucking nigga gay. He's scared of finger fucking. Who's scared of finger fucking?
Wow.
Who the fuck scared of finger? This nigga gay.
No one in fucking Mississippi.
Finger fucking that's how you take the pussy.
I'm glad this segment is not gonna make it.
Wife.
Microphone, man.
Oh my goodness.
Get your gay ass down.
That was about the worst. That was about the worst exhibition of an example I have ever heard in my
I don't even
life.
know where that shit came from, man.
Basically, hey,
that we're not talking about.
The nigga
Obviously.
finger fucking. Who runs from? That's how you.
Obviously, the show has been taken over by alcohol.
I believe so too.
DC, let me ask you this. Right. Is there a situation where, and now the Olympics are about to happen in the next few months?
Fuck the Olympics too. Why was the problem? Finger fuck that bitch. See who hot? You gonna want a 4-2? You gonna want a 4-7? You gonna want a 4-8? Finger fuck them. Whatever.
Bo running around town giving women yeast infection. Finger fuck with his dirty ass hands and
I
shit.
need more yeast.
God.
So in the honesty of it,
Then we're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead, man.
But in the honesty of it is like when you validate a sexuality, do you think, nigga, if you do not quit breathing on me, is there a situation where you're okay with women compromise? Like the Olympics are about to happen.
Yeah. And they're gonna be finger fucking.
This was DisRace, hosted by Don DC Curry, co-hosted by Bo P. Barnes. It's such a pleasure to be with you. I don't know if we're recording. We don't do finger fucking. Super really.
Olympic sponsors who like to be finger fucking.
We do not have Olympics, but no.
I'd like to say to our audience, all our sponsors are liquor people. What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
You've been listening to DisRace.
Wow.
We gonna finger fuck all y'all.
Jesus.
We holler.
You take your finger out that ass.
Please stop spinning your finger around, nigga.
We'll talk to y'all next week. I holler. God bless you.
Backstage. I come finger fuck you like a backstage.
We'll be back. Take us off the air, man.